Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching Season 2 Episode 4 Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you want early access to my Buffy reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Last episode was amazing. We were introduced to Spike and Drusilla. I was already aware of Spike being a character in the show, but I did not expect him to be introduced like that because I thought vampires were just powerful or dead. I didn't think there was an in-between where they could be in a weakened state, but she is. Spike has killed slayers before, which is really interesting for his character too, because obviously Buffy is the current slayer, and if he's killed slayers before, that means he is a bigger match for her than anyone else, because none of the other people, from what I remember, has killed slayers. So this is scary. But Spike, I think his weakness is that he's quite impulsive. He arranged an infiltration on Sunnydale last episode and he did it a day early because he was just too impatient, too excited to do it. And that might have been his downfall, honestly. There were so many great moments. I can't really cover them all because I went through it all in my review, but I loved Buffy's mum that episode. She hit Spike on the head. That was what made him flee, surprisingly. And I definitely think that she took inspiration from Buffy's bravery that she showed earlier on in the episode. And she had that moment with her where she said that she's proud to call her daughter. That's something I think Buffy really needed to hear, because this was the first taste that her mum got of the supernatural life that Buffy lives, and that got her to say that she's proud of her. Yes, they argue about school and she worries about her not being great at school, but at the end of the day, this is what Buffy is destined for. This is what takes up the majority of her time, and her mum was proud of her in that moment. So that gives me hope for if she finds out in the future. The Anointed One is also dead. Spike killed him. I can't believe the Anointed One is dead. I feel a bit bad for him. Like, what was his life? He got killed young anyway when he was himself, and then as the Anointed One he only got a few months of people praising him and bowing down to him before he was killed then too. This poor little boy. I guess because I never saw him as like a real threat to Buffy, that's what I was hoping this season was for. I still just see him as that little boy, and you know, he kind of had a very tragic life, both as himself and the Anointed One, didn't he?
It's the Uber suck. Mom could have at least warned me.
Well, a lot of parents are doing it this year.
What's going on?
Stranger in my house for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I'm gonna be insane.
I think the exchange student program's cool.
Oh.
I do. It's a beautiful melding of two cultures.
Have you ever done an exchange program?
My dad tried to send me to some Armenians once. Does that count?
Even his own dad can't stand him. No, I'm joking, I'm joking.
100% Swedish, 100% gorgeous, 100% staying at my house. So how's yours? Visually, I mean.
Of course, that's what she means.
You didn't look at him first? He could be dogly.
So what?
This is a terrible idea.
What about the beautiful melding of two cultures?
There's no melding, okay? He better keep his parts to himself.
Even Xander doesn't have faith in mankind.
What do you lacks in smarts he makes up in lack of smarts?
I better stop him before he gets in trouble.
I got it. The non-violent approach is probably better here.
What, you're assuming Buffy would have gone for violence? Oh.
The important thing is you believe that.
Oh my god.
Oh. Willow, hi.
That's probably not something you're supposed to be doing.
Wow, he likes her.
Oh no.
We still on for our chem tutorial tomorrow?
Yeah, I think I got almost all 14 natural elements memorized.
There are 103.
What is this dynamic? Hello? Willow actually gets along with people. We're seeing that this season. She is friendly with people outside the friendship group, and I can't really say the same for Xander or Buffy. There was Chris in episode 2 that she spoke to and she got along with quite well, and now this guy. And also this guy beat up Xander for 5 whole years, and he likes Willow and is friendly with her. I would have thought, because they've always been best friends, the people that bullied Xander would just bully Willow as well, but Willow's getting along with this guy, and that's just surprising to me.
We shall now proceed into the Incan burial chamber. The human sacrifice is about to begin.
Oh, why do I feel like that's going to be literal now?
Incan people chose a beautiful teenage girl to become their princess. Incan people sacrificed their princess to the mountain god Seban Kaya.
They could have at least wrapped her in those nice white bandages, like in the movies.
Yeah, that's what I picture when I think of a mummy.
Protected only by a cursed seal placed there as a warning to any who would wake her.
Oh, someone's going to break the seal then, aren't they? No, what are you doing? Why would you do this?
Oh, damn.
You literally broke the seal. Oh my... Oh! Sunnydale already has enough cursed activity going on. We don't need added extras.
Slaying entails certain sacrifices, blah, blah, bitty, blah. I'm so stuffy, give me a scone.
It's as if you know me.
That is very stereotypical British, okay?
Hey, Ted, well, this exchange student is living with you.
Not with her. In the same house as her. Am I the only one who's objective enough to make that distinction?
Xander, it really does not matter. She can be in the vicinity of a guy and not have a romantic entanglement with them.
Fine. Go.
Yay, I win.
I love that. Anytime. Yeah. He always tells her what to do and then she just takes it out on him because he's the one always holding the pads.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna take Willow, but I'm not gonna take Willow in the sense of take me. See, with you, we're 3 and everybody's safe. Without you, we're 2.
In all the years you've known Willow, you've never thought about her lips?
Buffy, I love Willow. And she's my best friend. Which makes her not the kind of girl who I think about her lips that much.
Hey guys.
That's what Buffy yearns for. Why can't you think of her that way?
I hope he didn't get in trouble at the museum.
Hey, maybe he awakened the mummy.
Right, and it rose
Props
from
to
its
Xander.
tomb.
Called it
And
immediately.
attacked him.
We can't make these jokes.
It was right here. And it's broken.
Does that mean the mummy's loose?
Who is that?
Do they have orthodontists?
Oh,
Rodney looked like he had been dead for 500 years. How could that be?
he's the mummy now.
It could take me weeks to translate these pictograms. Well, we'll start tonight with...
Ampata.
Buffy, where are your priorities? Tracking down a mummifying killer or making time for some Latin lover whose stock and trade is the breakage of
Stop
hearts?
calling him a lover.
Maybe he could translate the seal.
Oh, yeah. Fall for the old, let me translate that ancient seal for you, come on. Do you know how many times I've used that?
0? I would hope. Oh. Oh. It made her young. How long does that last though? She only turned Rodney into a mummy yesterday. Does that mean it's like a 24-hour thing?
We thought a boy was coming in. Here you are in a girl way.
It's just one of those crazy mix-ups, Will.
I guess we'll take it.
I've toured.
Your English is very bueno.
I listened much.
Well, that works out well because I talk much.
Sorry about the teeniness of the room.
My old one was much smaller.
Does that mean Ampata, the man, would have been sleeping in here with Buffy? That's very unsafe, isn't it? I'm with Xander now.
You must teach me everything about your life. I want to fit in, Buffy. Just like you. A normal life.
You might be talking to the wrong person. Whoa, oh my god.
Devin, Sven, Memento, Nita. This whole student exchange thing has been a horrible nightmare. They don't even speak American.
What did she expect?
Gotta admit, the girl is hot.
Yeah, she's a hot girl.
Let me guess, not your type? What does a girl have to do to impress you?
I'm not picky. You're just impressed by any pretty girl that can walk and talk.
She doesn't have to talk.
Oz seems like my kind of character.
First day of school. Nervous?
It is just more people than I have seen in a long time.
I was wondering if you could translate this.
Wow, she is the perfect person.
It's from the tomb of an Incan mummy, actually.
I think this represents, I believe the word is bodyguard. Legend has it that he guards the mummy against those who would disturb her.
Oh, the guy.
Oh, Willow, maybe you could...
Stay with Impata for the day. I'd love to.
Yes.
The hypocrisy. If Impala was actually Impala wanting to hang around with Buffy, he would be throwing an absolute fit.
Willow?
Boy, they really like each other.
Willow just suffers in silence. The complete opposite to Xander.
Good, huh? And the exciting part is that they have no ingredients that a human can pronounce. You are strange. Girls always tell me that.
The perfect word.
Pata's only staying 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then Xander can find someone else who's not me to obsess about.
I think the key here is that you have to try and find someone else.
I can spend my life waiting for Xander to go out with every other girl in the world until he notices me.
That should never be an option.
Or I can just get on with my life.
Seems Rodney's killer might be the mummy.
Oh.
You stole the seal! Where is it? It's you!
Yes.
Apparently this is more popular than we realized. I just don't know what we should do with it.
Destroy it. If you do not, someone could die. You are not telling me everything.
She plays the innocent little puppy very well.
It must be destroyed.
I'm interested in her backstory, how she became the mummy, so to speak.
Your investigation is dangerous. I do not want that, just normal life.
You should take her to the dance.
That's a good idea. We'll all go.
No, I mean, just you. I'll see you there.
Oh, Willow.
He needs to put it together with the other pieces.
If he has them. I mean, we didn't find them. Maybe we should go there and find them. And odds are he'll show up too, right?
We'll meet there tonight after it closes.
No. Bad plan. I have other plans. Dance plans. Canceled plans.
Oh no, does that mean Willow's going alone now? Priorities.
I like you. A lot. And I want you to go with me to the dance. You never know if a girl's gonna say yes or if she's gonna laugh in your face and pull out your still beating heart and crush it into the ground with her heel.
Oh.
Then you are very courageous.
He is. I mean, he's done it with Buffy as well, hasn't he? He is quite open with his feelings.
You're not a praying mantis, are you?
No, just a mummy.
I will return to you.
Where you going?
Episode 4 is not Xander's episode, is it? How does he appear everywhere?
Do not kill me.
You are already dead. For 500 years. The people you kill now, so that you may live, they are innocent.
I am in love.
Really? That's interesting that he's just said that she's the chosen one. I'm actually going to go back to what they were saying about the mummy before I thought it was important.
Offering buried alive for eternity in this dark tomb, protected only by a cursed seal placed there as a warning to any who would wake her.
Right. That is so messed up. I didn't really pay attention to it before. Why on earth? They chose her as a princess, the chosen one, and just buried her alive as a sacrifice. What did they get from this sacrifice that made that worth it? What the hell? That makes her quite a sympathetic villain then, doesn't it? Well, I was going to say her death was out of her hands, but that's the case with the people she's killing as well. So she is still a villain because it's unfair what she's doing. But it was so unfair what happened to her. And she's similar to Buffy in the sense that she had a destiny that she didn't want, that was just forced upon her, and everything was taken out of her hands. She didn't have a normal life because everyone else decided she was the people's princess and buried her alive. Oh my god. Awful. Just because she's beautiful. I mean, I guess being beautiful certainly does have its challenges then, doesn't it? It's ironic that she said to Buffy, I want you to teach me how to be normal, because they are quite similar. Their stories are quite similar. She seems to have the same motivations as Buffy. She just wants a normal life but can't have it.
The dance? I will go with you.
What happens to the dead bodies?
Gladly.
Is that guy just laying in there mummified now?
What is that?
The stations and the rest of your stuff.
Oh, of course. I forgot all about it.
And they will all be male clothes.
You were always thinking of others before yourself. You remind me of someone
That's all
from
too
very
true.
long ago. The Inca Princess. They told her that she was the only one. that only she could defend her people from the netherworld. She was offered as a sacrifice and went to her death. Who knows what she had to give up to fulfill her duty to others?
It's not fair.
I'll just unpack the rest of your stuff for you.
No, really, let me.
That's Xander and Willow. Where's you and Willow?
She's not coming with us.
Oh,
She's going alone now.
romance, lips. You look good.
Two days in America and Ampata already seems like she belongs here. She's really fitting in.
How about that?
Rub some salt in the wound there, Mum.
I almost wore the same thing.
She looks so cute as an Eskimo.
Get punchy. You. Fruit drinky.
Just when I thought I was coming around to her the last few episodes. Though that guy, especially with the hat on, is vibing.
Maybe I should have worn something sexy.
No, Willow, don't change who you are for a boy.
You guys look great.
I love your costume. It's very authentic.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look, snug.
I thought we were gonna meet at the museum to find the bodyguard.
No, he's already been found. In a school restroom, mummified.
Oh, you did leave him there.
She was wiggy about the seal from minute one.
Yes, I suppose she was.
How about this one? What kind of girl travels with a mummified corpse?
Okay, they're focusing so much on this band. They're definitely a real band.
Would you like to, you know?
I'd love to dance.
That was very Giles and Miss Calendar coded of them.
That girl. Where's she?
She's an exchange student. I think she's from South America.
No, not her. The Eskimo.
Oh my god, stop!
Come on, can't you put your foot down?
We are not moving on from that. Please don't be a one-off band performance. Please don't be a one-off band performance. Please be a major character. Please be a new character being introduced. Please, please, please be Willow's future husband. Someone likes Willow. And there she was, just saying, maybe I should have worn something sexier. Willow, do not change, because there'll be someone out there that loves you for who you are. And this guy saw her in her snug little Eskimo outfit and is completely struck by her mid-performance. Oh, she's turning. Maybe it's for the best.
Okay, at least I can rule out something I said.
We already know that the seal was used to contain the mummy.
Oh.
If breaking it freed her.
Reassembling it will trap her.
Have you seen Ampata? What was that?
I shrugged.
Next time you should probably say shrug.
He is not in the mood.
Sigh.
Oh. Oh, I think he might have been in the film Sydney White. And
Your hands feel kinda rough.
Ampata!
That's my cue to leave.
okay, they actually kiss. Hello. Ew, I really don't like this close up on the lips. While I do believe that she does have feelings for Xander, there's no way her feelings to him after 2 days would possibly outweigh her yearn for life, to live out the life she should have had. So I don't blame her necessarily for doing this. From a plot standpoint though, I don't know how Xander's getting out of this one.
I can't.
Oh, here.
I'm loving Giles and his magnifying glass this episode. I've never noticed it so much before, but it's making me want to laugh every time I see him whip it out today.
We need to find him. Ampata's the mummy.
Oh, good.
No.
Who is that girl?
Ah, no!
Some more piece.
You know what? I think Giles is quite handy at arts and crafts, but that's too out of his reach.
Looks like you've been keeping secrets from me.
Oh no. No!
If you're gonna kiss anybody, it should be me.
Xander, we can be together. I must do it now, or it is the end for me and for us.
No!
He loves her more than you.
You want life? You're gonna have to take mine.
Oh my god, he would literally die for Willow. This is one of those moments where I love Xander.
Yes.
She would do it, yeah. Again, I can't blame her. That was so immediate. Another one bites the dust. There was something about this episode that I didn't love. I'd say it's one of my least favourites of the show so far. But I can't put my finger on what that thing is because I actually really enjoyed the character of Ampada. Although that's not actually her name, Ampada was the guy, but you know, the mummied girl. I really enjoyed the parallels between her life and Buffy's life, and seeing that Buffy understood that as well. While she did try and fight and slay her, she understands why she did what she did, and I can understand it too. She never had the chance to live a normal life. Her community decided that she was the most beautiful girl and the princess that should be sacrificed. And it was just taken out of her hands. She got buried alive as well. That must have been such a horrible death. And now that she's back, after 500 years, all she wants is to lead a normal life, like she was never able to do before. She never had the chance to be a 16-year-old girl, just living her life, going out to school dances. Similarly to Buffy. It does make you feel sorry for her because of the bit of her backstory we got told, and we know what her motivations are. They're just too relatable to Buffy, but the difference is that Buffy is selfless. Time and time again, she gives up aspects of her life and misses out on occasions to help save the world or even save someone. She's always there trying to save the many and the few. At the end there, Ampada still chose herself over her feelings for Xander because she was going to kill him. But she's only known him for a couple of days, and if I were her and I'd been killed and put in a tomb for 500 years, I would be selfish too. 1,000,000%. But Buffy isn't. Buffy always puts her life on the line to save anyone, no matter whether she knows them or not, and that is what sets them apart. Ampada also seemed like she was quite lonely. And that's been a very recurring theme in this show, hasn't it? And I guess it's because when you're a teenager, that arguably is when you feel the most alone, because it's when you're figuring out a lot of things about yourself. And even though Ampada was a teenager from 500 years ago, it still felt the same. She still experienced loneliness, and she still had the same issues. It shows that throughout the ages, you know, teenagers are always going to have their teenage struggles. So yeah, I enjoyed her as a villain. She was very morally grey because she was untreated unfairly when she was alive. So it makes you almost root for her in a way, but you can't really justify the actions that she's doing because she has to kill a lot of people very quickly. She decomposed so freaking fast. It's like 24 hours, so she'd be killing a person every single day. That's not fair. My favourite thing about the episode is this guy Oz. Please tell me he's... Okay, I don't want spoilers, of course. But please tell me he's going to be seen more than this one time. Because I can't have a guy finally showing interest in Willow and him just being like some one-off famous appearance. I don't know who the guy is, the actor, but I'm just dead set in my mind that I think they're going to be a really famous band and they're just going to have that one episode appearance like, hey, we got this cool feature for an episode, tune in. I want him to stick around because he just liked Willow from seeing her face. And that is exactly what she needs. She's hopelessly still pining after Xander. Even in herself, she knows that it's hopeless, but she's still doing it. She compares herself to the other girls. She's got all these conventionally attractive girls around her. Cordelia, Buffy, Ampada. They all have a similar sense of style, you know. They all have a similar look, whereas Willow is a nerd. She doesn't dress the same as them. So she feels down about herself, and Cordelia on more times than one has made her feel that way about herself. She's certainly been harmful to her self-esteem, but she looks at them and thinks that's what I should be like. But she just is herself. And now there is a guy here who just took one look at her and was awestruck, and I need more of him. Please. I liked him even from his first scene when he said he doesn't like any girl that walks and talks like his friend does. He's like, yeah, she's a hot girl, but so what? And he seems like the kind of guy that wants something more from a person than just a pretty face. And Willow has that, but she has so much more to offer. So, oh god, I just want them to be explored so badly. Xander had his annoying moments this episode, like especially at the start when he was so fussed about Buffy having a boy stay in her place, which in fairness, when I saw that he would literally have been staying in her room, I think that is muddy waters. Not that I think anything's going to happen, but I think it's a bit unsafe for Buffy's mum to be having this literal stranger come in and sleeping in her daughter's room. Anything could happen. He could be a murderer, he could be a rapist, you know, anything could happen. He should have at least been sleeping on the sofa. Maybe that was the original plan, but when Ampada showed up and was a girl, she allowed her to sleep in her room with her. I just don't like to think of the original plan being that guy sleeping in Buffy's room, because a whole manner of things could have happened, which Xander was very worried about at the start, but he's worried for a different reason. He's worried because he doesn't want Buffy to be with anyone else. But then as soon as Ampada was a girl, he was straight up in there, wasn't he? His hypocrisy is insane. But he had some great moments too. His friendship with Willow and with Buffy is where his best side comes out. His worst side is when it comes to Buffy romantically. If he wasn't still hung up on her, I think I would like him a whole lot more. But it's when he's so annoying about Buffy talking to any other man, boy, that's what irritates me, because it's like she's not allowed to talk to anyone of the opposite sex just because he likes her. And that's not fair of him to be so vocal about it all the time. But hopefully after this episode, you know, he found someone else that he likes. Maybe this will be the wake-up call for him to realise, like, oh, I like someone else. Maybe I can move on from Buffy, because clearly Buffy isn't the be-all and end-all for him. He can grow to like someone else romantically. So fingers crossed going forward, he won't be as bad. That's for today, guys. Thanks for watching my reaction to season 2 episode 4 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you want early access to my Buffy reactions, a link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for episode 5. Bye.
I like 'em sweet but naughty, pimples on the cheeks, I bet you taste